So let's do a double header because I can't get these books out of my head and it feels like a sign from heaven that they just aligned right here. And so what happened is I'm reading through this book, The Portable Dragon, The Western Man's Guide to the I Ching by R.G.H. Sui. And this is a lovely book because it is basically a quote collection by a very well-read cat. And he organized his quote collection along the hexagrams of the I Ching. And so I've been reading it like a novel, and it's so well done. It's just all of these quotes from all over the place. Sometimes I find things I want to look up more about, but I love a good quote book, and this is wonderful, and it's only I Ching. So I'm reading through hexagram 9, which he calls Restraint by the Weak. So it's a good bit about war and things like that, and but also power. And he has a long quote from something I already knew, because I listened to it just last month or two, and is Alessandro Manzoni's The Betrothed. And so this section is about the lovely priest, who is one of the stars of that book. And so the reason I found Manzoni's The Betrothed is because for my Western canon project, I was looking through Bloom's list of what he considers the Western canon, and I saw this reference to Manzoni. I was looking for a good novel to listen to, and I didn't know this one. I looked it up, and it turns out this is somewhat like The War and Peace of Italy. It's an incredibly influential book, and so I decided to get the audiobook, and my friends, it is wonderful. I would highly recommend this novel, and I think it's probably 150 years old. It feels so modern. It is about a young couple who wants to get married, but there is a big bad, and with his power, he wants to stop that wedding because he wants to get with this girl. And this priest that's mentioned here is the good guy who tries to help them out. And it is a long series of events about what it happens, and it is a focus on power in society, as well as the psychological insights of what's going on. It's a very modern book. It doesn't feel like it was written 150 years ago. And also, the plague breaks out, which also makes it feel quite modern, because whenever you read about plagues in ancient times, like Defoe's work on the plague, it's like, yep, that is exactly how it happens every time. There's no, like, getting ready for the next one. It's always the same shit. But The Betrothed, as I listened to it, it just rolled over me. And it is a lovely novel. It's really hard to describe why and how I loved it so much, but it's just such a story from someone that you trust that is humorous but insightful, and so I would absolutely recommend Manzoni's The Betrothed. And if you're into the I Ching or quote books, the Portable Dragon would also be right up your alley.